So today I'm giving you 5 things that you need to be doing to improve your posture, to have lasting results. And on top of that, near the end of the video, I'm going to be giving you 4 more things that you have to know about what your body needs to do to actually make lasting changes. And I'm going to be talking to you about that right now. If you're new to this channel and you're interested in improving your posture, decreasing pain, and enhancing your overall wellness, make sure to subscribe and click that bell so that you can get notified when I upload my next video. So 5 things that you need to do to improve your posture. Starting off, number 1, you need to be aware of your body. Is your chin jutted forward? Are your shoulders rounded? Are you collapsed in the diaphragm? Are you sticking your butt out or tucking it under? Are you walking with your toes in, or maybe you're walking upstairs with one foot with the toe going in and the other foot you're straight? You need to know what your default postures are and what those patterns look like so that you can start to make those changes. And you need to have a realistic attitude, right? So you have to be aware of your body and be realistic about the changes that are going to be required to break those habits. And then you can go and start working with your personal trainer. Your number 2 strategy is that you have to get assessed. You really need to go to a professional who knows how to assess your posture correctly. You need to have somebody who has a grid, a posture grid that you can get in front of, take photos, take videos while you're in different positions so that you can start to get an eye for where those postural discrepancies are. So you need to make sure to find yourself a certified posture specialist. Number 3, you have to have the ability to maintain the corrections that you've gotten from your certified posture specialist in all of your daily activities. So that's like all day, 24/7, you're in your 3-lock mountain, or if you're working with another corrective posture therapist, whatever they're telling you to be in a neutral spine or a natural spine, whatever that is, however they are encouraging you for the corrections that you need to make, you need to be able to implement those corrections every single day in all of your activities. Number 4, you need to be willing to practice all of the corrective posture stretches and exercises that you are being given by your certified posture specialist. So even if you're going to a personal trainer and they're telling you to sit up straight, or they're telling you to pull your shoulders back or push your chin back, that is not necessarily correcting your postural discrepancies. You need to be aware of what those postural discrepancies are, and then you need to be doing the exercises and the stretches that are just for your postural discrepancies so that you can make those changes, start to adapt to those changes, get some bilateral equality. I've talked about that in a previous video. I will be streaming some videos up here for you guys to check out. And then you need to be able to practice those as you are being guided to by your certified posture specialist. So your number 5, this one might be a little difficult for some of you. There are some changes that you might need to make either at home or at work in order to be able to practice and maintain your exercises, your stretches, and your corrective posture. So some of the changes that you might have to make might be, if you're hanging around people who are encouraging you to do reckless things, with your body that is risking injury, or just kind of putting you in a position where you're slumping more, or you're just not able to be aware of your posture. If you're drinking or using drugs, or you're overeating, eating and you need to decrease the weight on your body, that is going to prevent you from practicing what you need to practice in order to make the lasting changes that you need to make. I know that fifth one is really, really difficult, but I will tell you there are a lot of people that have to rethink their life choices, both at home and at work, to make sure that they are staying committed to changing their posture in a way that has lifelong benefits. Okay, so here are the 4 things that you need to expect from your body in order to make those lasting changes. Number 1, you need to loosen these tight muscles. Okay, so if you can imagine you have been in a compressed posture, or you've been tight over here, this shoulder's been dropped forward, this hip is rotated, the chin is jutted over here, you know, all of these muscles have tightened up. And they've been strong in that posture for however long they've been in that posture. So those muscles have patterned themselves. In order to make changes in this, I have to loosen things up. Okay, does that make sense? If I just go and I start stretching, you know, it isn't necessarily going to loosen a knot. It's not going to break up adhesions, and it's not going to clear scar tissue. So say you have an old injury in your shoulder and that rotator cuff area. Because of that weakness, because that scar tissue was never cleared, you have a weakness in that area and the shoulder is rotating forward. In order to change that muscle pattern, you need to get rid of that scar tissue. You can't just stretch and expect the scar tissue to go away, right? So you need to loosen up and clear out those areas that are causing those postural discrepancies. Does that make sense? You will probably have to either go to a body worker who understands postural discrepancies, who understands injury rehab, who want to look for somebody who has at least 700 hours. Okay, so make sure you are looking for the right people to be a part of your wellness team. Number 2, you have to correct the postural discrepancies in a micro adjustment fashion. Usually when you're working out, it takes about 4 to 6 weeks to make physical adaptations, and then you can move on to the next level, that next progression. So similarly, when we are working with posture and working to correct those postural discrepancies, you need to make changes. Those changes are going to be made at a micro level. So you need to understand that your body is going to be making micro adaptations, micro corrections through what I call micro stretching or micro exercising. Does that make sense? If I'm sitting or standing, I want to constantly be working to make those micro adjustments, those micro corrections, those micro adaptations. And the way I'm going to do that, of course, up here through the 3-lock mountain, and that is the best daily stretch and exercise you can be doing, everybody can be doing, to make those micro corrections. The third thing that is required of the body in order to make lasting changes to the posture is that you have to increase your range of motion. Does that make sense? In order to pull that shoulder back, you have to increase that range of motion to get it to where it needs to get to. Because right now, you guys are used to just operating within maybe like a half an inch to an inch, but you can make such a big change if you focus on making those micro adaptations, those micro corrections. Slowly you move from that half inch to an inch to an inch and a half to 2 inches in terms of your range of motions. In order to increase our range of motion, we have to have corrective stretches. And since we're focusing on posture, you want those stretches to be corrective postural stretches. So not just any stretch, but stretches that are focused specifically on correcting posture, not just correcting any posture, but correcting specifically your posture. There are many stretches out there in the world. You know, there are many disciplines, many perspectives, but it is your body. And it's very, very important to make sure that you're not wasting your time by doing a billion stretches each day. You want to make sure to do the right stretches that are correcting your posture for your body where you are at right now. The last thing is strengthening. So we need to strengthen the muscles. Okay, so why do we need to do that? We have loosened up the knots and we've gotten rid of the scar tissue and the adhesions. We've moved into correcting at a micro level our posture, and we've increased our range of motion. Now we need to strengthen. Now that we've gotten everything kind of loosened up and opened up, we want to really strengthen to hold those corrections and make it last. And we need to maintain those strengthening exercises to help to maintain our corrections and our posture. Okay, so I'm talking about corrective posture exercises. I'm not talking about any old exercise. I'm not talking about just going to the gym and just working all the muscles. I'm talking specifically, again, about corrective exercises that are dealing with correcting posture, specifically correcting your postural discrepancies, and then making that last, and then building on that as your body makes those muscular adaptations. Does that make sense? Making sure to improve your posture in all of your activities is going to help with stress. It's going to help with your attitude. It's going to help with how you rehab from injury. I know about this from personal experience. It is absolutely phenomenal, but we have to start with your body awareness. Make sure that you have the right team together to give you the results that you are looking for. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope this video has been really useful for you guys. Make sure to give me a like, share with your friends and your family, tag somebody down below in the comment section. Let me know how you're liking some of my other videos. Which one is a favorite for you? I'd love to hear about it. If you have not started following me on Instagram, I am at The Posture Specialist. Partner up with me if you're into building water wells for children in Africa. Make sure to check things out in the drop box below, just in case there's additional information that you might benefit from. Subscribe and click on that bell, you guys, so that you can be notified when I upload my next video. And until next time, happy posturing.